is commonly used to describe the firm's ability to use fixed cost assets or sources of funds to magnify the returns to its owners. It is of two types, operating leverage and financial leverage. The product of these two is called as combined leverage or composite leverage. Now, what is this operating leverage? It is the firm's ability to use operating costs to magnify the effects of changes in sales on its EBIT. Similarly, financial leverage is the ability of the firm to use fixed financial charges like interest to magnify the effects of changes in EBIT on firm's EPS, that is earning per share. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel MBA Shala. In today's video, I am going to explain you with the help of a small example how to calculate operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage for three different firms P, Q and R, where the output is given in terms of units 3 lakhs. Its fixed cost, which remains constant, is 3.5 lakh rupees and variable cost per unit is given as 1 rupee. Interest expenses of P firm is 25,000 rupees and selling price per unit is given as 3 rupees. And similarly, data is given relating to Q firm and also R firm. So let us find out operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage for the given data. To find out operating leverage, the formula is contribution by EBIT, and next one financial leverage, its formula is EBIT by EBT, earning before tax. And similarly, combined leverage, as I said, the product of operating leverage and financial leverage is equal to contribution by EBT, right? So to find out operating leverage, financial leverage and combined leverage, we have to first find out what is contribution, EBIT and the required data of all these three PQR firms. So let us find out calculation of say EBT, right? As I said, we have three firms P, Q and R, and given data is like this. So sales revenue, sales minus variable cost is obviously contribution. So sales minus variable cost and sales. Let us first find out P firm data. Let us try to get first. Output is 3 lakhs units multiplied by 3 rupees each. It is 9 lakhs rupees. And variable cost is given as 1 rupee per unit. That means 3 lakhs units into 1 rupee, it is 3 lakhs rupees. After deducting, we will get contribution. So 9 lakhs minus 3 lakhs, it is 6 lakhs rupees. Now from this, we have to deduct fixed cost. So given here, fixed cost is 3 lakhs 50,000 rupees. So 6 lakhs minus 3.5 lakh, it is 2.5 lakhs. And this is called as contribution minus fixed cost is called as EBIT, which means earnings before interest and taxes. Now from this is also called as operating profit. So EBIT minus interest expenses. Whenever a company has debt in its capital structure, it has to pay interest at a certain fixed interest rate. So that is to be deducted here. So EBIT given here, interest expense is 25,000. So 25,000. If you deduct this from 2.5 lakh, we will get earnings before taxes, and this is 2,25,000, right? In the same manner, let us find out for Q firm and R firm. In case of Q firm, 75,000 units is its total productivity. When it is multiplied by 25 rupees, which is selling price per unit, it is all around 18,75,000. This deduct minus 7 lakhs is its variable cost. Sorry, 7 rupees 50 paise is its variable cost. So into 75,000, it is 5,62,500. So difference between these two, 18,75,000 minus 5,62,500 is 13,12,500. And fixed cost, it is 7 lakhs in case of Q firm. So 7 lakhs rupees. When deducted this from contribution, that is 13,12,500 of Q firm, EBIT, we will get 6,12,500. And in case of Q firm, 40,000 is our interest. Here comes our EBT, 5,72,500. Just like this, let us try to find out in case of R firm. Its output is 5 lakhs. When multiplied by 50 paise, it is 2.5 lakhs. Minus variable cost. Variable cost is 10 paise. 10 paise into 5 lakhs, it is 50,000. Thereby, contribution is 2 lakhs. Minus fixed cost. So in case of R firm, fixed cost is 75,000. We'll get 1,25,000. And in this case, R firm, I think there is no debt for this R firm. That's why interest rate is given nil. So let us put as it is nil. Thereby EBT is 1,25,000 rupees. So when once the data is ready, the required information is ready, you just substitute the values here, right? Now, operating leverage, as I said, contribution by EBIT is the formula in case of P firm. So it is equal to, contribution is 6 lakhs in case of P firm divided by EBIT is 2.5 lakhs. So this is equal to 2.4. In the same manner, let us find out for Q firm. So Q firm, for this contribution is 13,12,500 divided by EBIT 6,12,500. So this is equal to 2.14. And R firm, for this R firm contribution is 2 lakhs divided by EBIT 1,25,000. It is equal to 1.6, right? So 2.4, 2.14 and 1.6. Now financial leverage. So financial leverage formula is EBIT by EBT. So let us substitute 2,50,000 divided by 2,25,000, and this is equal to 1.11. In case of Q firm, 6,12,500 divided by 5,72,500, and this is 1.07. And just like that, in case of our firm, it is 1,25,000 divided by 1,25,000, which is equal to 1. Now, combined leverage, which is contribution by EBIT. So contribution is 6 lakhs divided by EBT 2,25,000. It is 2.667. And then Q firm, contribution is 13 lakhs 12,500 divided by EBT is 5,72,500, and this is equal to 2.29, whereas the last one 2 lakhs divided by 1,25,000, which is equal to 1.6. So this is how operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage can be calculated when data relating to 3 different firms is given like this. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you got the main idea of the definition of operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage, and now you know the steps to be followed in the process of calculating these 3 leverages. Thank you for watching.